Okay, I'm back. I may or may not have all my ingredients ready. I don't know. I just kind of wing it sometimes. My dog is talking to me, so please just try and ignore her. She's a good girl, but she probably wants a treat. So I am going to try and make a Monte Cristo, and I'm going to try and make it in my new Tupperware micro grill. So I haven't done this before. I do have a little recipe that I'm going to follow, but kind of winging it too. So we'll see what happens. If it doesn't turn out, what's the worst thing that happened is the dogs get a treat, right? That's what I figure anyway. So I'm going to mix my ingredients together. And then, so let's start with the first thing. First thing is a cup of flour. And of course, gosh, I love this color. So we're going to get there's a cup of flour. And then some baking powder. There we go. And I'm just going to mix that together a little bit. And then I'm going to mix together and these wonderful little microwave ready reheatable cereal bowls by Tupperware. Thank you so much, Sheila. Sheila sent that to me. So, how much milk do I need? 3/4 of a cup. And looky there. I have a 3/4 cup measure. Tupperware thought of everything. It's amazing. So there's the milk. I'm going to add an egg to it. Let me put my milk away. And then I'm just going to mix that up. So it's been years since I've had a Monte Cristo sandwich. There used to be a restaurant here in Great Falls that used to make them, but that restaurant is out of business years ago. And then, so I remembered Monte Cristos being more like French toast. And this recipe that I found today was a copycat of a Disneyland recipe where the whole thing is like deep fried. So we're going to see how well it works in my grill here. May not work at all. But if it does work, that will be fantastic. Okay. So then I think I'm just going to mix this in with it. So I needed to add a little bit of salt to that. So a little bit of salt, and then some sugar. 2 tablespoons of sugar, it says. Okay, so this is what I've got so far, and I'm making it in my vats bowl. So let's mix it all up. This is some kind of batter. Wouldn't it be nice if this actually works in this grill, and then I don't have to cook it in all the oil. Gosh, I'm really hoping. Sorry for all the noise this makes. Looks like a nice batter. So we've got a nice batter going. Move that sugar out of the way. Okay. Let's see. So I just got some bread. My favorite bread right now is the naked bread. It's good. It has no high fructose corn syrup in it. So we're going to try it. But you can probably do this with any kind of bread that you want. Texas toast or wheat. Not my favorite. So I've got some lunch meats here. Just gonna open them real quick. And of course, all those dogs, they're watching what I'm doing. If I can get it open, I might have to get a pair of scissors, huh? Really? It says pull here, but it didn't leave me a tab, really. Okay. I think I'm getting it. Some of these dogs here think I'm talking to them, when actually I'm talking to myself. They're funny. So, now Swiss cheese I might need to open with a knife or something, because okay, so I'm going to put a piece of Swiss cheese and then cover that with meat, and then I'm just going to put a piece of Swiss cheese over on the other slice of bread as well. So then I've got a few pieces of meat, and then
opening Wikipedia.
Some animals right here are very interested, and they don't get to be interested. Okay. So I put some ham on there, and then I've got, actually I think I put turkey on there first. And this is the ham. Okay, so this is where I'm going to get really, really messy. So here's just a sandwich. Woo, I could eat it right now and be happy. Because right now it is bread, Swiss cheese, the meats, another piece of Swiss cheese, and bread. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to dunk it in my batter, and then I'm going to set it in my Micro Pro grill. So this will be fun. So I'm going to just try and scoop some of this batter on here. See what that does. Because the bottom is covered. You know what might have been nice? Maybe if I'd worn gloves. Then I wouldn't be such a mess. But that's all right. Let's see what this is going to do. So I just put it in the grill. Let me wipe my hands off a little. It's really thick. I'm going to turn. Okay. All right, I kind of smashed it down a little. We'll see what that does. I don't know. I'm going to put it in for 4 minutes. We'll see what that does. Okay, so the microwave just went off. It's been 4 minutes. We're going to check and see just what's happened. Because like I said, we're winging it. I don't know. Okay, remember, I had to like smush it in there. So we'll see what it did. Well, there's nothing on the bottom. So I'm just going to set that in my microwave for a minute. Okay, so it was like a batter that I poured on there. So this is what I've got so far. Not bad. You can tell that where the grill was pushed down there, it was grilling it. So I'm going to flip this over and see what the other side looks like. Oh my goodness. So this side looks like a pancake. So I'm going to put it back in so that the other side can get grilled. I'm going to, now remember, when you use this Micro Pro grill, the lid will fit on there. Either way, you can put it on this way or you can put it on sideways. But if you put it on sideways, that's for a casserole and it doesn't touch. It's not supposed to touch what's inside of there. So just remember that. So if I want it to touch what's inside, I got to put it on the grill position. So I have to flip it the other way. And I'm just going to see if I can push down on it a little. So I've just pushed down. I can hear it sizzling a little bit. So I've just pushed down on a little. Let me put it in for another minute and we'll check it in a minute. Okay, so you can hear the microwave going off. I'm excited to see what is inside of it. So again, and it's got those nice handles that you can just take it out. So I want to see, so you can see there's nothing on the bottom of it. I want to see what it did. Because remember, this was the side that used to be on the bottom. So it had gotten nicely grilled. So if I can get a hold of it. I guess I'll flip it. Oh, nice. So when I put it on my plate, you can see that it has been grilling it. So if I wanted to grill it more, I easily could. Just put it back in. Just keep in mind that, so I'm going to let this cool, but I'm going to put it in the casserole position. It is cool. I'm just going to set it up out of the way in the microwave. Oh, let me show you the best part. It's not dirty. So cleanup is a breeze. So I'm just going to put that in the casserole position, just so that it's sitting up on top of it and those grill plates aren't sitting on each other. Now, for the moment that we've been waiting for, I'm going to just cut it in half. And we'll see what we've got. So I just cut it in half. Let me see the best way that I can show you. So you can see, and I did put lots of meat in there. And the Swiss cheese was on either side next to the bread. So let's give it a taste. And I know it's going to be hot, and I need to stop eating this stuff hot like that. But I'm just so interested. I just really want to know. Oh, that's good. That's good. So it's actually like a batter on there. So I would think this would be great for brunch. Yeah. Might even be good if you had like, not syrups, but maybe some jams. Got a nice huckleberry jam. Yeah, that's good. All right. So Monte Cristo, I used a copycat recipe. Monte Cristo in the microwave. Took me, what did I say? I did 4, and then I think I did another minute and a half. So less than 5 minutes. I didn't have to sit over the stove and flip everything. I only flipped it once in the microwave to ensure that the grilling got done. So easy. All right. So I think I might be back again today for another recipe. I may not, but I hope you've enjoyed what I've been putting out there. Thanks. Bye.